Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, we made it! Wuthering Waves version 3.0 is live right now, ready to be played and experienced by everyone. I mean, the update patch is literally just peak. I have no other ways to describe it. Oh wait, I do. Absolute cinema! We have a massive new region, 𝗖ecie𝗽𝗆𝗵𝗁. We have entirely new gameplay events like the motorbike racing, and we also have the return of very loved events like the Echo battles. Not forgetting the new combat events, I mean hologram Dreamless? About time! The attacks are so beautiful, like, oh my god, mommy Dreamless. Anyways, it feels like we finally have an update that feels like it respects the fact that we might be tired of playing Wuthering Waves. So they made an entirely new game. I mean, hey, call it Wuthering Waves 3. It feels like we're getting a new game to play every major update patch. It is insane. And while the game itself looks peak, I mean, to me, it's probably one of the best updates we have had in a while. Well, the drama and the doom posting around it has been pretty incredibly brain dead. We have people doom posting and starting Gacha tribalism war over shop prices. Like, you cannot be that bored, gang. So I think it is time we actually look at the facts, right? Pick up the calculator and count the numbers and figure out if any of this panic is actually justified. Spoiler alert, it is not. Most people are way too employed for this, I am sure, but it is what it is. But before we get into the math of why that $40 bundle is causing so much drama, let me save you from having to spend that much in the first place.
Fortunately, today's video is sponsored by
LD Shop, a formal game top-up platform developed by the trusted LD Player Emulator Group, guaranteeing safety and reliability for your in-game purchases. LD Shop offers unbeatable prices on Wuthering Waves Lunites and other in-game items like the Lunite subscription or Battle Pass. You can easily compare their prices, which help you save up to 25%. This means more pulls, more resources, and more power for your favorite resonators. Now let's talk about the top-up process. For Wuthering Waves top-up, you need to provide your game UID and password to LD Shop's secure system. It is crucial that you do not log into the game yourself during this recharge process. Once completed, they will securely log out and clear all login records. For maximum account security, they even recommend changing your password after completion, which is a great practice. This ensures a smooth and secure transaction every time. It is 100% safe, and there is no account that got banned until now. Buying your Kuro account here would help completing the top-up quicker. It is streamlined, efficient, and you will see your Lunites or subscriptions appear in your account in no time. And here is something awesome for all of you watching. If you're a new user and you register using my special link, you will get a fantastic 15% off coupon. That is a massive saving of up to $50 on your Wuthering Waves top-ups, letting you grab more Lunites for less. Plus, keep an eye out for an exclusive 5% off bonus you might activate just for being a first-time user. And for those dedicated rovers who want to keep pushing their limits, if you spend over $80 in 1 month on LD Shop, you can claim a free Lunite subscription just for topping up what you normally would. Make sure to claim it on the LD Shop homepage. So if you're looking for a secure, affordable, and efficient way to top up your Wuthering Waves account and get those crucial Lunites or a subscription using my link in the description, LD Shop is the way to go. Now let's get back into the video. We are going to experience potentially the best update the game has ever had. And believe me, the patch is super full of content. Kuro released a roadmap for version 3.0, and I've gone over it, and brother in Christ, it is packing. Bigger than some gacha creators' undeserved ego. We are getting a brand new massive region, 𝗖ecie𝗽𝗆𝗵𝗁, which is common for a major update in these live service games. But what is interesting is how they are filling it. And we have got very cool racing events, potentially some fun puzzle deciphering, adventure exploration events, and the very, very loved Echo combat event is coming back with an update. Even some event reruns, which is basic, but I won't complain at free rewards, am I right? We are getting elemental reworks for a few of the elements, and the tune break effects. Sounds super cool and looks super cool. We have a few content creators talking about it, all hyped up for it. And me personally, I'm just gonna learn it in game and try it out for myself. I heard there is a new endgame as well, which is so unbelievably peak. They're buffing older units and they're making more content for the combat lovers. For months, we have gotten criticism on the endgame getting stale, about power creep starting to show their asses. They tried spicing it up lately with the new TOA floors and harder holograms, but it is just a band-aid fix. With the new endgame and the older unit buffs in it, even though it doesn't entirely fix the reoccurring problem, I think it is a massive win and a very, very welcome change. I think the update is just a W in all fronts, right? But hey, if you're perhaps tired of the combat, you can enjoy the new story chapters that are coming. You can play the new leisure events with friends, or explore the beautiful new interactive world of 𝗖ecie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁. Sometimes we just need a break, I get it. But for someone like me who enjoys both the combat and the leisurely events, oh god, I am so hyped up for 3.0, it's crazy. They are giving us so many other ways to actually play the game. It is just beautiful, bro. But of course, there is an elephant in the room somewhere, and it is the triple limited banners. I recall when people saw the triple banners, people immediately screamed, "Predatory! They're going after my wallet, Sol and Lee! You have betrayed me!" Or something like that, right? I don't know. I mean, as a player myself, I get it, right? You are worried of the FOMO. You are worried of your asteroids not being enough to pull for all of them. But let me tell you this now. If you really look into it, it is quite literally not that deep. Let me explain before you cancel me for the 4th time this month, right? It is 1 new character and 2 reruns per half. This is not the player spending trap that you make it out to be. It is more of a catch-up lane. If you're a long-time player, you probably already have the old units, so you can quite literally just not pull. If you're new though, this is great because you don't have to wait a year for a character to come back. Or you can be someone like me who pulled for Yuno and I don't have an Augusta. It is nice that I didn't have to wait for super long for her to come back in the banners, right? And I can pull her when she is on banner next patch. In my opinion, it is actually a pretty healthy system, assuming you have the self-control to not pull on everything you see. Oh, but just an advice, right? If you have none of these characters, just pull for the new ones. You'll thank me later, right? This is a gacha game. Nobody talks about this enough though. They put out a $10 motorcycle skin with Lene and Rover on it. And I don't know how both of them can be so narcissistic and put themselves as a paint job for their motorcycle. Like, I genuinely have no idea, right? But I seriously cannot reasonably put together why $10 for a motorcycle paint job that you can only use in the new region is justifiable. But I've seen a lot of comments on my post saying that they will buy it. So hey, you do you, right? It does look fire in my opinion. I just know if it's worth $10. But hey, who am I to judge? I spent 10k on VTuber models I don't use. Like, I'm probably worse than y'all. I'm definitely worse than y'all. Anyways, nothing burger arguments aside, we need to talk about the actual moneymaker, right? The ones that refresh every update. We have new bundles. Some gives you asteroids and upgrade materials. Some give you poles and asteroids. All sorts of bundles. But there is a new one that costs $40 that gives you more poles and more asteroids. Looking at all of these, usually, these are the things that you just gloss over, right? Or not even care about. And to be honest, I believe 90% of people that actually play Wuthering Waves and not just talk badly about them on Twitter for clout and attention, literally don't care about these bundles anyway. Because I don't know, they won't buy them. A very small percentage of the player base are whales. And you know why? Because they get a lot of pulls from the game already. These are just bundles that are saving the whales money a little bit. If you're not a whale, no worries, because you're not missing out on anything. But you know what? These actually made people on Twitter lose their hair and become bald. How did this happen in the first place? Like, what? It started when Narushio, or now called NaruVT, posted the whole update content on his Twitter just to get the news out to the people, right? It is just news and there is no bad intentions behind it trying to start something. It is literally formatted as such, right? And then Gacha Smack did what Gacha Smack does best. He put that $40 price tag right next to a copy of Clear Obscure Expedition 33, a full game that costs the exact same amount. Naturally, this blew up. It is the easiest engagement farm in the whole wide world. And now, of course, paying the price of a full 9 awards and Game of the Year 2025 winning game for barely 20 polls feels absolutely stupid. Like, brain-damagingly stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it is clear which one is better here. But in that same arguments, right, that $40 could go somewhere even more worth it than a gacha game or even E33. Maybe you want to buy a better mic to kickstart your YouTube career as an ASMR artist, like who knows, right? But if you just set aside the engagement baits, there is a very specific reason this bundle exists in the first place and why people are actually going to buy it. And it comes down to how bad the value drops when you run out of double top-up bonuses in the shop. In the official one, at least, the $100 pack gives you double value the first time you buy it. This is not old news, right? You know this. You get 6,480 Lunites plus another 6,480 Lunites for free. Well, not for free, but like, you know what I mean. That is 12,960 Lunites just for that one-time purchase. Is it worth it? You be the judge. But the moment you use that bonus, that same $100 only gets you the base 6,480 plus a measly 1,600 bonus. That is 8,080 Lunites in total. I mean, what the hell? If you end up using your computer science degree to work and count the numbers yourself, you lost nearly 38% of the value for the exact same dollar amount. The value just falls off like Duet Night Abyss on its 1.1 update, like it's bad. Duet Night Abyss fall off might be worse than that, I don't actually know. Now look at this controversial hair loss inducing $40 bundle, right? You get 1,000 asteroids and 20 pulls. And since one pull is 160 asteroids, those 20 pulls are worth 3,200 asteroids. So the total value is 4,200 currency. If you compare that to the double bonus, it is gonna be worse, obviously. But if you compare that to the standard, no bonus top up, it is miles better. How much better is it? It is roughly 30% better than the standard rates. You are getting way more value than if you just swiped on the regular store. And of course, you will get even way more value if you use the sponsor of this video and the link in the description or the top comment, right? And this is why I call this a band-aid fix as well. Not just because the shop reset didn't happen, it is because the prices of the top-up shop without the bonuses are absolutely redonkulous. They know that nobody in their right mind would spend in a gacha, let alone pay a full price for that 38% loss, so they throw us these bundles to stop the bleeding. It doesn't fix the problem, no. The fact that the base pricing is terrible, but it is the only option you have if you're not trying to get ripped off, right? Following that up, because of course as WoW players, we cannot have nice things, guys. This discussion didn't stay about cash, math, and false equivalency. Well, it is still false equivalency, but it is that, and it also turned into gacha tribalism war, because of course it does. My beautiful friend Box2, even though he is very pretty, he saw how big the fires has gotten for this $40 bundle situation, so he quoted the Gacha Smack post and basically accused Wuthering Waves players of being hypocrites. He said, when Honkai Star Rail drops a spending event, it becomes predatory and greedy. But when Wuthering Waves drops a new highest priced bundle, it becomes, well, they're not forcing you to spend your money. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, if you didn't play any of these games, this actually sounds like a valid point, right? Why is one game evil and the other one okay? I don't know, Patrick. What do you think? Let's ask Rock, right? Can you explain this post in Fortnite language? This post from Box Twice is throwing some serious shade at the gacha community, calling them out for being a bunch of hypocrites, aka backstabbers in the battle bus. Like what? Anyways, the bundle in Wuthering Waves is literally just the discounts. However you want to make it look bad by comparing it to E33 or whatever logical gymnastics you want to perform, it is quite literally just that, bro. It is just the discounts. In HSR, the spending events usually work like a quota. You have to spend a certain amount of money, usually at full price, to unlock a tier for the event. You are not getting a discount on the goods you're buying or anything like that. You are, however, being rewarded for hitting a spending threshold. Basically, it incentivizes you to spend more to reach the goal. And for most of the time, these events are way more FOMO inducing than the $40 bundle in Wuthering Waves ever could. For example, look at the 3.7 spending event, right? The Siren Bow skin drama, the skin that changes the ultimate animations to show memories with a trailblazer and the adventures you have been through. Essentially better ult animations, right? To get that skin, you had to top up 20,000 Oneric shards, gang. If you didn't have the double bonuses, which by the way, also did not reset that patch. Oh wow. That quote unquote free reward required you to spend 250 to 300 bucks. Liking a sale but disliking a spending quota is not hypocrisy. But of course, pointing out that difference doesn't get you the engagement points you need for Twitter Blue. You gotta get that bag, bro, and I respect it. To be honest, like, come on, guys. HSR cannot be this dry for you to talk shit about WoW without any mention of it whatsoever, bro. So look, at the end of the day, the situation is pretty simple. We have an update that is absolutely massive, adding racing, leisure events, new combat gameplay, customization, and a whole new region that is basically refreshes the entire game loop. We have a monetization setup that, while confusing at first for some people, is actually just a mathematical band-aid to keep us from overspending while we wait for the anniversary. And we have a bunch of tourists on Twitter trying to start a flame war because their own game is currently on a content drought. Don't let the timeline rot your brain, okay? The update is peak, the bundle is optional. These are not personal attacks on your wallet. Lock in and genuinely get your D together. Ignore the noise. The game is good, the content is there, and frankly, we have better things to do than argue with people who aren't even playing the game for themselves. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but that is all from me, 𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.